sleepy head. The day is dawning just for you, and all your dreams are coming true. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
Why, hello there. How are you today? Did you come to help me clean the house of God?
No, I came to hear a story.
Wonderful. Come sit right down and I'll tell you a little story. Today I'm going to tell you a story about Jesus. Have you ever wondered what God looks like?
Yes.
Great, because that's the thing. I want to tell you exactly what God looks like. Because God is a heavenly being. And he's nothing like we've ever seen before here in this world, on this earth. And so some people, when the first time they see God, they might be super afraid. But God doesn't want any of his children to be afraid of him. So he told me, go and tell them exactly what he looks like and who he is. So we will not be afraid of him at all. And so today, I'm going to tell you, did you know the first thing you're going to see when you see God, you know you're going to see God, right?
Yeah.
That's right, you will. And that's the thing. God gives each one of us a secret name, and it's written on a precious stone. And on that stone is a name written that only you and God knows. And do you know what that name is that God has given you?
Yes.
Yes, and what is it?
Hannah.
Hannah! That's right. And look at here, look. I got a little thing for Hannah written right there. Just like your own little precious stone. And in that precious little stone and that name that God gives to you is like an invitation to a great party. And for that invitation he gives to all of his children, it is there to come as he's going to celebrate that day when we get to see God for the very first time. And so I'm going to tell you exactly what that's going to be like. Okay? So the first thing you're going to see is you're going to come and notice that God is holy. Very, very holy. And the power of his holiness is going to make us drop down to our knees. And we'll be like, wow, God, you're so holy. And then what we will see is his legs from his feet going up. And we will come to notice that God walks around with legs of like a rainbow. And each one of these colors of a rainbow are precious stones. Like birthstones. And there's 12 stones in this foundation of God in his legs. In his rainbow legs. And the first thing we're going to see, and on each one of these stones is the names of the apostles. The very first people or children of God that he sent out, his messengers, his angels, that he sent out into the world so that we may have knowledge of who God is and what he looks like. And that's the thing. Do you know why or how it is that I know what God looks like?
No.
Because I am his son. And that's how I know what God looks like. Because I came from God. And so I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like. So the very first thing we're going to see is the jasper stone. And the jasper stone represents faith. And so that's the first thing we see when we come to God's feet is he is going to give us faith. And he's a merciful God. And he's very generous and always giving us gifts. Even if we don't understand or know what those gifts are. God is still raining his gifts. And the first gift he gives us is faith. And from that we get a little strong and we begin to lift our eyes up. Because that's what we want, is to see God's face. But first we got to go, and then we see the next stone is jasper. And in that jasper stone we will see integrity and good character. And what it means to have God is integrity, right? He has good character. And so he always goes about doing good things for other people. If anybody ever said anything bad about you, that you are a bad person, all your friends would be like, no way, you're a liar, because I know Hannah, she's the best person ever. And that's what it means to have integrity and good character. And God gives that gift to you. And now, we go up and then we'll find the Caledonia, innocence and sacrificial love. And that's the thing, in God's innocence and love for us, His innocent little children, He comes like a mighty warrior and He will protect us as like with His own body, as a sacrificial love for us, His children. And so God is always sacrificing His love or giving His love out to us. And that's the thing, God gives that gift to you. And then we have next the emerald, right? Which is righteousness and cleanliness. And Jesus cleanses us of all unrighteousness so that we may walk in righteousness and be clean of all the bad things of this world. And God gives that gift to you. Now, the next one is spiritual faithfulness, the sardex, right? And God is faithful. And that's the thing. The spiritual faithfulness is that God one day will give us a new body, a spirit body, just like His. And we're talking about what His body looks like, right? And one day we will be just like Him. Next, then we have the Cardillion, passionate love. God is passionate love, and God has great amount of passionate love for us, His children. And God gives that gift to you, right? And then we go up, and we see the crystallite, and we have mercy. God is merciful, full of mercy. And God gives that gift of mercy to you, right? And then we have the beryl stone, which is patience. God is very patient and has all those patience given a gift to you. Just like there with Thomas. As Thomas was in full of doubt and could hardly believe that God was real. And after Jesus had been glorified by God with His new coat of many colors, right? As we were seeing that story of little Joe of Kokomo and the story of Joseph. As he got his coat of many colors, Jesus is loved by God so much that He too has a coat of many colors. And this is the coat of many colors that Jesus wears, right? And after we get all the way up to the list of the foundation, right? Because His feet, His legs are this foundation. Then we come to a spot where there's all kinds of different stones on there with all kinds of different names. Like here we got one for Diane. We got one for Grandma Kelly. We got one here for Kathleen. We got one here for Candy. And we got one here for David. And would you, and that's the thing, Thomas, he says to Thomas, come and feel my body so that you will know I am real. And Thomas felt His body and knew He was real. And so that's the thing. Did you know your name is written in God's kingdom, into the kingdom of life? Did you know that? Yes, of course you knew that, because God gave you the invitation to come. And He only gives the invitation to His very special children. And so that's the thing. Did you know that God, once you get all the way up here to the strength and you begin to see that, hey, there's all kinds of other names there, God now has fire eyes. Eyes of fire. And in those eyes of fire, they look like this, kinda. And He has kaleidoscope eyes. Remember the story of Lucy and the kaleidoscope eyes?
Yeah.
Well, God has kaleidoscope eyes, but they are not diamonds. They're fire eyes. And they're like sunglasses, so that anything bad comes in, it filters it out. The fire eyes, the almighty love of God's fire, burns up all the bad stuff. Right? So then all God can see is what? What do you see when you look into my eyes?
My reflection.
Your reflection, that's right, just like God. That's all he can see is his very own reflection. Now, would you like to be a part of God's everlasting kingdom? This kingdom, this place where there is no hunger, there is no fear, there is no death, there is no sadness, there is no crying. Nobody in God's kingdom will ever get sick.
Yes, I'd love to.
All you gotta do is bring your sticker and place it right here on me, just as these others have done. Come and put your sticker here. Right there it goes, right into my heart. And that's the thing. You are God's precious little jewel, his prized pearl. And that's where your name goes, right there in the heart of God. And now God will live in your heart as well. And that's the thing. From now on, from this day forward, you will be known to this world as the daughter of God Most High, Jesus Christ. And with that, God gives you the authority. Not only authority to cast out demons, to heal the blind, to raise the dead men back to life. With the word, just go and say, Jesus, heal my friend Sally, and he will for you. Because in the same way as Jesus made this coat, or God made this coat of many color for Jesus, he now will take this coat off and give it to you. Because you are his precious jewel. And in the same way, now you have his coat. Because all he can see is his own reflection. That's the thing. Now we get to feel what God sees. And we get to see what God feels. For the two have now become one, as you have now had this coat of many colors. And you take your coat of many colors, and you go and you find your brothers and your sisters, and you say, look, at me and my beautiful coat of many colors, for my God, my Father loves me so. And you now can put your sticker on my name. And then you can give that coat to them. As we all are like Noah's Ark. 2 by 2 the animals came. 2 by 2 the animals came. To God's safety, to God's place of rest. Right? And we are all working together to create God's new suit, new body. And we are all one member, one name in that body. Moses came. And he was our great accuser as he brought the law to us. And Moses came and he said to accuse us of our bad doings and said, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty. Because he was so amazed by everything he saw. For everything he saw was just a bunch of children dancing and playing with Jesus, their Father. And that's the thing, is God has given each and every one of us an invitation to come. Come to the house that God has built. For there are many rooms in his house. And there's one for you. Would you like to dance with Jesus as they do in heaven? Dance with me?
Yes.
Yes! Because that's the thing. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. For we must believe God exists. Right? That's right. Now let us dance.
Without faith, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible to please God. He who comes to God must believe that He is, and He rewards those who seek Him. All things are possible. All things are possible.
friends, I'm glad to see you made it, and I truly hope you enjoyed today's video as we explained what God looks like in God's very own coat of many colors. If you would like to participate in any way, because that's the thing, today's video and all of it has been brought to you by faithful viewers and faithful people to God's will and the ministries of Jesus Christ. So if you'd like to purchase your own sticker for $5, we will gladly put your name right here and we will carry you around as a memory of what is to come. As a solid memory of what's happening here on earth is happening exactly there in the heavenly realms. So if you'd like to participate, as you can clearly see, all funds and donations go to the production of these great videos, and they are all designed for the restoration of the United States of America and children across the world as we are restoring our relationship with Jesus Christ, our God and Father. Hey, tell your children a story before time runs out. See you next time.